Hey everyone, this is Aaron with the Final Touch Detailing and Graphics. Today I'm going to show you how I clean a wheel here on this Corvette. I did already clean the wheel once. The last video messed up during the recording, so I apologize about that. You won't get to see the true effect of everything, but I'll still show you the steps I go through. What I use to clean the wheel is in this sprayer, which costs roughly around $5 from Home Depot. It's a chemical sprayer in the gardening department. I have a 1-to-1 dilution ratio of degreaser. It is a hand pump sprayer, so you do want to make sure that it is pumped up a good bit. And to actually scrub the inner barrel of the wheel, I do have this easy detailer brush. It gets deep down into the barrel, deep down in the wheel well, quite well. For the face of the wheel and the tire, I have this brush here. I don't remember how much it was or the brand, but it was at Walmart in the detailing department, probably just a few bucks. The bristles are fairly soft. They do get into where the lug nuts are quite easily, but because the brush is kind of thick, you do have to work it a good bit, but you can still get them in there. And it obviously cleans the face and the tire quite easily. Lastly, after I rinse all that off, I do clean the inner barrel once again with this Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner. Once again, I get it off the shelf at Walmart. It has an iron remover inside of it. It does the job quite well. You can actually use it straight without using a degreaser or anything to break down the rest of the brake dust or anything first. But it's very expensive to do it that way. By cleaning the wheel first with the degreaser, you don't use as much because this is about $8 or so a bottle. I don't remember the exact price, but it is a good amount, even though it is a 24-ounce bottle. But you do want to try and stretch it out as far as you can with still optimal cleaning efficiency. Because I am in my garage, it is night right now and it's winter in Kansas. It does get kind of cool. I do have my hose to be able to rinse the wheel off. But with the chemical sprayer, first I end up spraying the wheel liner, the wheel well. Spray it down. Try and get the suspension behind the wheel if you can. Go ahead and spray down the wheel. Now, when you're cleaning the tire, you do want, if it foams up white when you scrub it, then the tire is clean. If the foam on the tire does not foam up white, then you need to end up rinsing the tire off, put more of the degreaser on, and then repeat the process once again. And as you see, since I already cleaned it once, it is foaming up white on the tire. And I'll go ahead and scrub the inner wheel well. This does have a plastic tip on it, so if you do hear any banging, it is just the plastic tip hitting the plastic inner fender well. And some cars have fully rounded fender liners. This Corvette doesn't. So you do have to try and get into all the nooks and crannies as best as you can. Obviously, the best way to truly get the best clean you can would be to remove the wheel off the car. That way you can truly clean the wheel well as best you can, and you'd also be able to clean the physical wheel as best as you possibly can. With the wheel on the car, you can't really very easily get to the back of the brakes. It is possible, but with the wheel on the car, you need the car up in the air, or it being a truck, then you can get up behind it. But it's just a lot of work. And normally something like that, I recommend pulling the wheels off at least minimum once a year. I do recommend at least twice a year to pull the wheels off to thoroughly clean the wheel wells and the wheels themselves. Now, when I'm cleaning the wheels, I do like to start at the top. Just go ahead and scrub. Move the wheel well brushes around as much as you can. In a lot of these sports cars, especially on the front, the brakes will be larger and will probably be in close proximity with the wheel, the caliper wheel. And so therefore it makes it kind of difficult to get in behind it sometimes. But this is kind of thin. Even though the bristles are long, it will still get in there. My brush wasn't fully clean, so that's what a lot of this dark color in the foam is. But once again, it's really hard to get the wheel fully clean with it still on the car. You just want to try and get as much of it as you possibly can. These wheels were extremely dirty, like to the point that even though they're black, they almost had a red tint to them from all the iron from the brakes. Then go ahead and clean the faces. Try and get as best as you can in all the nooks and crannies. Once again, as I said, I did end up cleaning this once already. The brushes aren't really clean that much, so a lot of this non-white foam is from the brush not being completely clean, because I did just finish and the video was messed up, and so I had to redo the whole video. Then go ahead and rinse the whole thing off. You don't normally have to worry about getting it perfect, because you are obviously going to afterwards wash and rinse the entire car off. During the wash process, you're going to get soap back